My name's Paul Jason and I'm the motorcycle broker, and I'm really excited to share with you one of my favourite motorcycles ever, the MV Augusta 750S. The 1974 MV Augusta 750S. It's a work of art. We even took some photographs of this motorcycle, we put them on the internet, and we ended up in a discussion about, was the motorcycle art or not? And most people felt that it was, although it is absolute form. It's designed to go fast. It was designed to race, with legends such as Agostini, John Surtees riding these bikes to triumphant success. 37 championships they won. Now, this motorcycle is very, very, very rare. It's believed they only made about 460 of them. It needs to be checked with factory records because there are a lot of fakes out there. In 1978, when the factory went bust, people got into the factory and they took the tooling. Some did it honestly and others dishonestly. And those that did it honestly are now making genuine replicas of these motorcycles using the original tooling, which is fine because it's declared as being a new motorcycle. However, some less scrupulous people managed to get their hands on tooling and they churned out an awful lot of fakes. So you need to know what you're doing when you buy one of these motorcycles. Let's have a little look at this bike. Just the shape of the front headlight, the clip-on bars are beautiful, and the switchgear is like an afterthought, but it just is perfect. The ratios of the sizes are perfect on every single component. Here, just these aluminium bezels that go in front of each clock to keep the sun off of it. The steering damper, this petrol tank, hand-beaten aluminium with its curves that way on 3 planes. It's stunning, it's just beautiful. The open mouth carburetors. Above the exhaust note, you can hear these gulping air. You can just hear the air going in and the exhaust note coming out the other end. That's all you hear on this motorcycle, and it's an absolute joy to ride. The sand cast motor is just beautiful and perfect. And up the middle of this motor, it has gear-driven camshafts. There's no cam chain. The 4 exhausts are absolutely perfect and flowing, but they're minimal size and minimal weight. Everything about this motorcycle is about going fast round the corner, straight lines, beating the opposition. That's what this motorcycle is about, as well as form and function. The seat with its red leather and the hump on the back to keep you on it under hard acceleration. Now, all of the road bikes came from the factory with shaft drive, and the reason was the factory didn't want privateers racing against their own racers for fear of a privateer beating them on the track. So with shaft drive, you couldn't change the gearing for each track. But the effect that the shaft drive has on it when you ride it is a bit disconcerting, because under acceleration the back rises rather than falls and digs in, and it can be a little bit disconcerting, and it takes a little bit of getting used to. There are some of these with chain drive. They were built by Manny, who was affiliated to the factory, and he got factory bikes and put a chain conversion on them. What's it like to ride? It's awesome. It's incredible. Such a short wheelbase. The wheelbase is tiny on this motorcycle. And so when you come up to a corner, you just think, and it will just go on the line you want. If you drop your shoulder, it'll go even faster around that corner. But you have to be careful on modern tarmac where there's a seam, where there's a joint. It will pick it up and you will feel it, and it is twitchy. But my God, it's fantastic. Everywhere you go on this motorcycle, people will stop and people will stare. It is just art. To ride, it's great. I mean, no, you're not going to ride down to Italy on it, because it's really uncomfortable after a long time, because it's got rear sets and clip-ons. But mind you though, if you just went down the shops, you might find yourself in Italy, because you might just not want to stop riding. It's so beautiful. So as I said, there were 460 or so of these made, but beware of fakes, because there's about 850 in the market. And is it a good investment? It's a fantastic investment. These machines have gone up from £40,000 well into six figures since 2010. Now, I'll probably cause a little bit of controversy, but I'll say they will go well into seven figures within the next 10 years, because there's probably only about 100, 120 investment grade pieces left worldwide. It's like owning a pre-war Alfa Romeo. They're very, very rare motorcycles. So that's the 1974 MV Augusta 750S. My name's Paul Jason, and I'm the motorcycle broker.